What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you come into the channel and check out the content. And with that being said, I want to speak on some comments that Colin Cowherd made about Steph Curry, right? And he compared Steph Curry to Michael Jordan. And I'm gonna play, his comments, but I think Colin Cowherd's comments was like right on point when he comes to describing Steph Curry. Um, and then I want to add on because I think I want to add my comments to my response to it because I've been saying this all along about Steph Curry, and but Colin Cowherd makes some great points when he talk about Steph Curry and the effect that Steph Curry has on fans around the league. And so here we go with Colin Cowherd.
Steph Curry. And this is the way, don't forget, you want to know the tours that made so much money last year? Bruce Springsteen, Madonna, and the Rolling Stones. You guys can put the old ones to bed. But once again, there's a reason that when LeBron and Steph play on like Christmas or in a big Saturday night game, it's the highest rated game of the year. These guys are still great. Sometimes they get bored. Sometimes they're not pushed. I felt LeBron and AD kind of like treadmill to nowhere. But now you give Steph Jimmy Butler and the show is back. If you didn't see it last night, he had 40. They won again. Third game, 4 nights. Steph with a bad ankle, but he still put on a show.
You do have it in single digits. And that was the goal when you were down 22. Steph from midcourt.
Did he ghost him on that too? Oh my goodness, Curry from 45 feet. Yo, this dude is an alien. What did he just do?
Every night this week, different city, he's putting on a show. And listen, the showmanship warriors are back. Oklahoma City's really good. It's about defense. Boston's really good. It's about roster construction. The Nuggets are about fundamentals. And the Cavs are about efficiency. The Warriors are about the show. And the NBA's always been better when it's got a show. It can be the Heatles. It can be Shaq and Kobe, KD and Steph. But when you go to watch Steph play, halfway through that game last night, those Brooklyn fans, they weren't rooting for the Nets. They were Steph fans. And fans show up early to watch his warm-ups. That's what a star is. You always feel like you're 2 to 4 seconds away from seeing one of the greatest plays in basketball history. And, I'm watching him last night, and we love to bury the old guys, and they always have something left in the tank. They always do. I mean, Jason Tatum had 34 points last night, and nobody outside of Worcester cares. Steph's playing Brooklyn, and New York City's a buzz. And here is Steve Kerr after.
Steph just had an incredible trip, put on a show in every city. What he does, it's amazing. Just the show that he puts on, the joy that he brings to so many fans who are coming to see him play in all these different cities. Every fan base loves Steph, and there's a reason. He's an incredible performer.
It's very rare that here's the Michael Jordan quality with Steph Curry is that everybody loved Michael. I mean, yeah, in Detroit, maybe your primary rival, but I covered him when I was in Portland. I saw him play live 4 or 5 times. I saw his last game in Portland as a Wizard. Halfway through the game, you were just rooting for Michael to do something amazing. And that's what Steph Curry is. And that is absolutely what Steph Curry is. You just feel like you're a moment away from an all-time YouTube clip. And both LeBron and Steph have been energized because of smart moves by the front office. Just like the NFL, the great players are largely beholden to the guys upstairs making sure they construct a real team.
I like that. I like that what Colin Cowherd said, because as a basketball fan and as a sports fan, that's definitely, I can really identify, like with Mike went to, no matter where Mike went to, he could be playing in Washington, he could be playing in Sacramento. And like he said, with the exception of Detroit, Man, everybody loved to see Mike play. They wanted to see what he was going to do next. And so that was good for the sport. And with Steph Curry, it's the same thing. You know, it's like, and his coach said it, this guy went on a tour almost, like he was on a tour, and everywhere he went, he just put on a show. And fans like that. You know, fans, you know, I mean, it's really just good for the sport. And so in this era of basketball, I think that's what Steph has done in his era. So you had Steph Curry playing for 15 years. And you know, he really energizes not just his fan base, his home, not just his home fan base, but he just energized anybody who can appreciate the sport of basketball. And what, he's 6'1", you know, so people really can identify with him because he's not real, you know, he's not real, he's tall, but he's not real tall. He's closer to the average person's height. So, you know, people can identify with Steph Curry because he's, you know, he's not real tall. He's only a guard, you know, he's 6'1". But the way he play and the way he's been energized since they have gotten Jimmy Butler, you know, Jimmy Butler allows Steph to most of the time be able to go one-on-one because you can't really double either one of those guys. If you double Jimmy, then Steph gonna take off. If you double Steph, then Jimmy gonna take off. So you play these guys honest, and Steph is going to, you know, Steph gonna hurt you. And so with the acquisition of Jimmy Butler, that just frees Steph up to do what he do. You know, a lot of times when they still had Klay Thompson, people were sagging off of Klay and helping out, you know, and so that was the difference. Now you got Jimmy Butler, you can't sag and help. You gotta be straight up and honest with that situation. And if you play Steph straight up, he is definitely going to hurt you. You know, one-on-one, to him, is probably an insult. You know, he breaking people defense down, or even he's shooting that long. You know, he had a 40-foot jumper, you know, against the Nets, man. So against the Brooklyn Nets. So I agree. This dude has that Jordan-like quality as far as, like, you know, appeal when it comes to the fan base. You know, people want to see. I'm a basketball fan. So I'm not like a Golden State Warriors fan. You know, I just want to see, you know, I want to see good basketball. And then when I watch Steph, he's the closest thing in this era that I really get right now to good basketball. You know, he's not, you know what I mean? Like, you ain't no more Kobe's, whereas though or Mike or Bird, you know, whereas though you get to see like a strategy to the game. But you got somebody, like I say, who's only 6'1", and breaking down defense, or either scoring, you know, shooting those logo threes. It's just good for the fan base, and people want to see that. And also another point he made about the best basketball players realize the importance of allowing your front office and the general manager just to do their thing. And allow them to put the kind of help around you that you need in order for you to be successful. And that's in any sport, right? And so that's what Mike did. Kobe, Magic, Bird, all of those guys did that. You know, they just, because it's a team effort. As a, you know, before they got Jimmy Butler, Steph Curry said in an interview that he don't want the team to go out and make any trades or any acquisitions that will put the Golden State Warriors in a bind, like for the future, like put them in a hole where they won't be able to recover from something like that, you know, or mortgage their future in order to, you know, for their present. But a lot of players don't have that attitude, you know, and so they would try to you know, just try to get the team to do some things that wasn't really good for the team. But Steph Curry has always been a unselfish ball player. He's someone who makes his teammates better, and fans and everybody just like watching this guy play. And like I said, for his 15 years, 4 championships. You know, I wouldn't call them a dynasty, but his career, I really dig what he's done in his career. And I think that Colin Cowherd was like right on when it came to comparing him in that aspect to Michael Jordan. Definitely the effect that he has on opposing teams. Can you imagine like this guy coming to your stadium, your arena, and your fans rooting for Steph Curry, but you can't help but root for him because you don't have anybody on your team that can do the things that Steph Curry is doing. So that you are watching somebody that is special, and that's definitely what Steph Curry is, somebody who's special. And like I said, fans want to see that. They want to see, they want to see good basketball. And if it just so happens to be coming from somebody who's on the opposite team, then so be it. You just gotta be honest about the situation. So that's my take on it. Make sure to like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to leave a comment, and I'll check you all out in the next video. And let me remind you, please make sure that you subscribe, right? I'm pretty close to 10,000. I'm probably like about 20 subscribers away from 10,000. I want to get there as soon as possible. So, yeah, make sure you give me a, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you just give me a subscription. And I appreciate it. And I will check you all out in the next video. Peace.